What is up, Eastern Oregon? This is Dodzy with EOAlive Sports, and today I'm joined by EOU Women's Wrestling's Liv Wieber. Liv, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Good. So we just got done with conference. You qualified for nationals, second year in a row. Talk about conferences a little bit. How'd that go?
It was good. I was a little nervous because they took 5 in my weight class, but the 5 were all in the top 7. And I had to wrestle the number 1 seed right off the bat. But it was a fun tournament, and as a team, I think we did really well.
Is that kind of like in women's wrestling? Has that kind of been the standard, like in your career, like you know, because there's not as many. So you look at like conference tournaments, and you end up wrestling like a bunch of people, you know, because there's not a lot of spots either. Mm-hmm. So you end up having to fight between this same group of people to get there. Is that kind of the standard?
I think so, and especially since we have a tough conference, we have like the number 1 and I think the number 3 and the number 5 team in our nation.
Toughest conference.
Yeah, we have the toughest conference for sure. So I think we end up wrestling a lot of the same people, but.
Yeah. Does that get monotonous?
Sometimes it's frustrating, especially when you have to lose to the same people.
Yeah.
But I also like it because then I get to wrestle them a few times before I see them at nationals.
Yeah. Hang on, we're gonna stop.
Yep, sorry,
yeah.
my bad.
We usually move that chair just for that reason.
Yes.
It's all right. People get nervous. We usually swap it out with one of those. I just forgot to.
My
today.
bad.
Just chill. Okay, so we'll pick up at. I'm gonna ask you another question about the. So when you're wrestling like these other people though that beat you, at least that gives you like a chance to have something to work towards, right?
Yeah, it kind of feels like then you have nothing to lose and you can just kind of
go balls
wrestle
to the
your
wall.
match. Yeah.
Right. Why EOU? Why'd you come to EOU?
I came to EOU. Well, there was a different coach that recruited me, and I just really liked how she ran things and how she led the team. I also liked how it was close to home. Now there's mountains around here, and I don't know, it was just like a pretty campus. Had the majors I wanted. All that good stuff. Yeah.
And what high school did you go to? Where'd you
Eagle
come
High
from?
School, Boise, Idaho-ish.
Boise?
Yeah.
When you got to EOU, what was your favorite thing? Like, I mean, if you look around here, like it could be anything, right? What's your favorite thing about this area?
I love the friends that I've made, honestly, and that makes it just worth it. So we can just we go on walks, we drive around, just hang out. Yeah, I mean, it is super pretty here. I love going on hikes and going to Morgan Lake, and it's just
if you like the outdoors,
area.
I mean, this is the place to be.
For sure.
Let's flip it back to wrestling for a minute. Moving into nationals, we're like a week away, a little over a week away. What's your goal?
I at least want to place higher than I did last year, which is I placed 5th. Honestly, my goal is finals. We'll see if we can make that happen, but I would love to make it to the finals.
Yeah, I mean, that's got to be the goal, right?
Yeah.
People talk about setting too lofty of goals. I think you can set goals to get you to a lofty goal, right? You can set a series of goals. And if you meet that first step, then the next goal is there. Mm-hmm. And I always tell, like when I talk to EOU athletes, especially athletes that are in individual sports, if you aren't trying for a national championship, then what's the point?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Honestly. Like I'm a firm believer in athletics, they help you down the road. Mm-hmm. Of course, they help you with, discipline, they help you with responsibility, all this other stuff. But a true athlete, like you want to win.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like that's just how it is.
Yeah, you can't limit yourself.
What about team-wise? So we have five ladies in nationals. Do we have any team goals?
Team goals. We just broke the top 20 ranking,
right.
And I think we want to improve on that for sure. Maybe try to get into the top 15 team ranking. Yeah, I mean we're a young team, so
very young.
Yeah, we're a very young team, so we're just trying to show everyone what we can do.
But top 20 is good. I mean, is that the first time this year that we've been in the top 20?
This year, yes, I believe so.
Yeah, that's awesome. What about you personally? Like, if you had to choose one or the other, are you going to hang out in the mountains or at the beach?
Mountains for sure.
Why?
Yeah, I don't know. I've just grown up in the mountains, grown up in Idaho, and yeah, I don't know. It just feels like home. I love the beach for sure, but yeah.
What about if you had you could only have one of these? You have to choose. No shower for a month or no internet?
Definitely no internet. I can't stand
Yeah,
not
that would be
showering.
so gross.
Yeah.
I've never had anybody say no shower.
Yeah.
I just I
No.
can't imagine. In wrestling, who do you try to emulate? Who's your dude or chick?
Like famous or not famous? Either
Who
one.
do you try to emulate? Like what
Yeah.
wrestler do you want to be like?
I think I've always I look up to my dad because he's kind of the one who got me into wrestling. And when I first started, I was the only girl, and so I would train with my dad a lot. And he's just kind of inspired me a lot in that way. And I don't know, he's kind of a creative wrestler, and so I kind of try to do that, just kind of make up stuff as I go sometimes.
So we were talking beforehand in high school. You had to wrestle boys all the way up to your senior year in boys districts.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about some of that a little bit, like.
Yeah, so I mean, I think I had it pretty good. My coach was always really good about making sure the guys on my team respected me, and so they always, when I was on the varsity lineup, they always were there to support me and cheered me on. And it was good though. I was a 2-time state qualifier in the boys division. I honestly really enjoyed it because. I don't know, boys and girls wrestle super differently. Girls
Completely
are
different.
completely differently. And I was a lightweight. So,
I always sit like at meets where there's boys and girls, and I'm like, sometimes I look at the girls wrestling and I'm like, if a boy did that, he'd probably, like, girls get away with a lot of things
They're
that boys don't
extremely
get away
flexible.
with.
Yes, yeah.
It's crazy.
Yes.
And I don't know if that's like, if it's more the I don't know what makes that happen. There's not really an explanation for it because, I mean, the rules aren't much different. They are in college.
Yes.
But, like, at the high school level, they're not different.
Mm-mm.
You're doing the same thing. You know what I mean? Your goal's the same thing.
Yeah.
But it seems like there is still a little, like, gap in what's allowed and what's not allowed. It's weird.
Yeah, refs are very not biased. I get annoyed with refs coaching women's or girls matches because they tend to call things way sooner than they should.
Yeah, they do.
Mm-hmm.
What about, I'm going to ask you this. I've never asked a girl this on camera before, and I want honest response.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that a high school, like at the high school level or below, like middle school,
Mm-hmm.
do you think that girls should be able to double dip? If there's a girls tournament, and do you think the girls should be able to wrestle in the girls tournament and the boys tournament, and why?
I think so.
Why?
I just think it's more mat time, and I think that a lot of people are just sensitive because they don't want their sons losing to girls, and I face that a lot. And I think they should toughen up. They should be able to take that, and it's just wrestling at the end of the day. And if there's not a lot of options for girls, I think they should totally be able to wrestle both. They didn't let me wrestle girls and boys senior districts my senior year, which I was kind of bummed about because I thought I would have another chance at making it to boys state.
Yeah, 3 times.
You know? Yeah, which I thought would be cool. And then I don't know if you saw, but Audrey Jimenez, she just won boys state in Arizona.
Down in Arizona.
Yeah, it's the first girl who
like
did that.
106 pounder.
Yeah, yeah, she's little, and I mean that's not even her biggest. That's like very low on her list of accolades, but it's just
crazy, man.
Yeah.
And I've never been the one to say like a girl can't beat a boy. That's not that isn't my thing. My thing is I just don't want girls wrestling boys, especially at the middle school level, because you're dorky. You're going through puberty. You're uncomfortable. You're in an intimate, like space with a girl. You know what I mean? Like, and it's just. That's always been my thing. Like I don't like I don't like the fact that boys have to get intimate in a sport with a girl at that age. That's my personal opinion on it.
Yeah.
And you can say, oh, you can block that out, but 12-year-old boy, you know what I mean, or 13-year-old boy, or a 13-year-old girl, you're touching places, you know what I mean? It's just one of those things where, but you have firsthand experience of it, and obviously you didn't have any problems with it. So
no, I always just saw it as a sport or a fight. I never really.
A fight?
Yeah, I mean it is a sanctioned fight.
It really is.
So I never really saw it that way. I just saw it as two people fighting
What
each other.
about you like pineapple on pizza?
No, that's disgusting.
If you're gonna order pizza, what are you ordering?
I'm gonna order pepperoni, bacon, pepperoncinis.
Fancy.
Yeah.
Pepperoni,
Yeah,
bacon,
maybe some
pepperoncinis.
jalapenos. Yeah, I like it
some
spicy.
spice and some
Yes.
meat. What about your favorite food? What's your favorite food ever?
My favorite
Yeah.
food, it definitely depends on what I'm craving. I'm always down for chocolate. Any kind of chocolate is so good. Or
Chocolate.
pickles. Yeah.
Well, that's like the opposite end right there.
Yeah.
Chocolate and pickles.
It's a little bit of balance.
Interesting. What are you going to school for?
Math and computer science.
What do you want to do?
Not really sure. I'm going to hopefully go and get my master's, or kind of thinking about going into astrophysics.
So,
I've
like,
always been
what kind
interested in
of
that.
job? What's your ideal job? 10 years from now, where are you? What are you? what are you
Ideal
doing?
job would be like NASA. I don't know.
Really?
But yeah. I
Like,
would
you
love
want to go
that.
to space?
Oh yeah. Or work on the underlying stuff to get people to space. I don't know. That's just always
interesting.
interested me.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of work to get there.
It is a lot of work to get there, but that would be ideal. Yeah.
Nice. Who's your hero, like outside of sports?
Outside of sports is hard.
Yeah. Can be anybody.
Yeah. I've had a lot of teachers that have had a lot of faith in me and gotten to me where I've gotten me here. One of my high school teachers, Todd Fogdahl, he was awesome. He was my calculus teacher, and he was a super cool teacher. And then Amy Yielding at EOU, she's awesome, and she's just
Had your back.
yeah. And she like was one of the reasons I became a math major. Just got me into it.
Nice. What about if you could have a superpower?
If I had a superpower, probably flying.
Flying?
Yeah, I think it'd be
I'm
cool.
afraid of heights.
I am too, but I think it'd be sick anyways.
Really?
Yeah.
You just do it?
Yeah, I like the
The ground's a
rush.
long ways down.
It is, but I don't know.
And
I
gravity's
like
real.
cliff jumping and stuff, but
Wait, you're afraid of heights, but you'll
that's part of the fun. It's the adrenaline. Yeah.
you know when they say when people like fall from like real high up in the air, they have a heart attack before they hit the ground.
That's crazy.
Because you're just
Yeah.
so like if you don't have a parachute or something to save you, you just
Yeah.
not. And I doubt that's all the time, but
Yeah.
they say that's common.
Yeah. I do it into water, so I'm like, it's okay. But yeah.
Yeah, but still, that's still hard. If you're high
Yeah.
enough, the water can be like concrete.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh
But,
man.
I don't know.
What about you? Got your phone with you?
I do have my phone with me.
Pull it out.
Okay.
What was the last song that you listened to?
Oh no, that's weird because it was a weird one that my dad sent.
Oh well, it's
was
gonna have to
called
be
the-
a weird one.
Yeah, it was called. He sent it. It's called the Kitten Song, and I don't even know why he sent it.
Who's by?
Stephen Wright. I don't
Stephen
know.
Wright.
But it was this
Interesting.
weird like story.
At
song.
least you're honest about it.
I mean,
You
I have
could've
other
just
songs
made
that I
one up.
actually listen to.
All right,
Let
give me
see.
one that you actually
Okay.
listen to.
Bobby Sox, Green Day.
Bobby Sox, Green Day. I know
Yeah,
that
it's
song.
one of their new
Yeah.
albums. Yeah.
Green Day was my senior song. Was a Green Day song.
Yeah, that's awesome.
'97.
I love Green Day.
That was the
yeah.
year that. I don't. What's the song? Time of Your Life.
That was a good one.
That was our senior song. It came out like right before I graduated high school. Couple more questions and I'll get you out of here. If you had to be in jail for 5 years or a coma for 10, what are you picking?
I just heard someone say this question.
Yeah, probably on my
Def-
show because I ask everybody the same
Yeah.
questions pretty much.
Yeah, jail for 5 years.
Easy, huh?
Yeah, yeah,
You can better yourself in jail.
for sure. I can't.
The only thing I don't like is the stigma that comes along with it after. You
Yes,
know what I mean?
yeah.
Like if you were in a coma, you would people wouldn't say, "Oh, that person was in jail for 5 years."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
so
As an
be it.
athletic person, though, you lose muscle mass in a coma too.
100%. Atrophy is real.
Yes.
10 years especially, you
Yes.
can't even walk when you wake up. If I was a senior in high school, and this will be the last question, and Coach Mar or Aaron put me in front of you and said, recruit Dodzy to come wrestle for EOU women's wrestling, what are you going to tell me?
I don't know. I always tell anybody who asks that we just have like a great team. We all support each other. We all take care of each other. We're like a fun group of girls. I was scared going from like my high school team, where it's boys and girls like co-ed, into just a girls team, that there'd be a lot of drama. But this year it's been it's been really fun. We have a good group of girls. I think we have some of the most fun out of any of the teams there, just hanging out.
Awesome.
Coach Aaron and Coach Mar are both awesome coaches, and they just take so much time during practice and outside of practice to just watch film with us, do individuals, and just make sure that we're feeling good. So, yeah.
Awesome. I love it. Eastern Oregon. She's EOU Women's Wrestling's Liv Wieber, national qualifier. I'm Dodzy Liv. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you so much.